What's up, everybody? It's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original road warlords, and as always, bring you the knowledge and dropping the science in this industry of what we call trucking, okay? Doing this particular video to speak upon emotion and logic. Emotion and logic, okay? We tend to get the two mixed up, and with us getting those two, and with the two getting mixed up, we go in with the wrong intention when it comes to this industry and stuff, and because of that, we wind up making the wrong decisions, you know, and we make decisions based upon something that we shouldn't be making our decisions upon. You know, trucking is a place of business, which means that you have to come in logically. But what happened over the years and stuff, and you know, I was a victim of that too, is that we came in emotionally. You know, we felt as though certain things and stuff mattered, which it didn't and stuff, you know, particularly your emotion, how you feel. You know, how you feel has no place in business. It's what it is and what has to be done and stuff in order to fulfill the goal. So you move on to the next thing. But you know, we're so emotional, we're so caught up in how we're treated inside the industry and stuff, is that we forget all things logically. You know, we bring emotion and stuff in everything. You know, you're trying to start your own business or get your own truck or so on and so forth, is that the emotion and stuff the emotional factor comes into play. You know, this is why big business and stuff like that are the way that they are and stuff, is because they're looking at people based upon a consumer market. You see, it's a consumer market and stuff. They're not looking at you know, people coming in and stuff and being producers. You know, they're looking at them and stuff and saying, well, you know, hey, it's a lot of consumers out here. This is why a lot of guys go out here, get caught up in things and stuff, and then they don't produce nothing. In fact, they just consume things. You know, prime example, when it went to when quality lease and stuff, when they came out, they extended the opportunity of stuff for drivers to come out here and get trucks and not just stay at one carrier and stuff, but any carrier. And there was a list of them, of places where you can take your equipment to, you know, and make your money and stuff there. They just charge you weekly. What happened is that they got a lot of consumers that were out there. That's why the plan failed. That's why it failed and stuff, and it failed so miserably, because their aim was based upon consumer, and consumers never produce anything. They never produce nothing. You know, you may have a few producers and stuff out here, but for the most part, they know it's a consumer market. They know trucking is a consumer market because you know, the whole aspect of how we do things is based upon your emotion. You know, a lot of your trucking commercials and stuff, they advertise companies. They're advertising companies not based upon logic, right? And your logic is that, are they going to give me the thing? Are they going to supply me the things necessary in order for me to take care of myself and my family? You know, if I go over there and I render my services over to them and stuff, is it going to be enough for me to take care of myself and take care of my family? But instead, you know, oh well, it's a good working environment. It's a good working environment. It's a good family environment. You know, the dispatchers, they know me, my name and stuff. You know, they treat me like family. But you got a family. You know, you got a family and stuff like that. And that's the whole purpose of you being out here. But you know, instead, you go over into this family environment, and then, you know, here it is and stuff. You know, weeks on end, you know, you look at your settlements and stuff, and you're always in the negative. But they make you feel good being broke. They make you feel good being broke and stuff, when logically, you know, your bills are due every 28 days, and then you wonder why you're having problems and stuff at the house, because you got emotion mixed up with logic. You know, your logic is that you're going out here despite the fact that I'm not going to be home every day, despite the fact that this job requires a sacrifice. I'm going to miss birthdays and soccer games and football games and stuff and anniversaries. Is that what has to be done must be done and stuff. And so, you know, this is the life that I've chosen. And with that comes a sacrifice, but that means that I'm still supplying the three basic functions that all people need: food, clothing, and shelter. There's none exempt. There's none exempt from that. So what good is it and stuff for you to be home every day, and you can't supply those 3 basic things for you and your family. So then you come out here and stuff, and and now, you just twist the whole logic up and stuff and say, well, okay, I can't do this job and stuff, which is cool. But, it's all based upon emotion. Well, I got to be home and stuff I got to be home with my wife and kids. But, what are you doing? What are you going to do logically when you get home with your wife and kids? Do you have a plan? Because if that's the case, then go over there and do that. But don't sit there and attack trucking and say that, oh, trucking is the reason why you're in the situation that you're in. Every job and stuff requires a sacrifice. You go to a place of business, even if you open up your own, it's going to require some kind of time. 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. Some people have business where they work 24 hours. You do what you can while you can and stuff. But, the thing is that you're out here to provide those 3 basic functions: food, clothing, and shelter. So again, what good is it stuff for you to be home every day and stuff if you can't do that? You're going to have to go somewhere and stuff and do it. But don't sit there and blame trucking and say, well, trucking is the reason why you're in the situation that you're in. No. That's lying. You lying on yourself and stuff, and you're not, you're thinking emotionally instead of logically. Logically and stuff is that your situation, your living situation, requires you to do certain things and stuff like that. And so those things there has to be done. And so I have to find the means and stuff in order to do it. That's what it means. And so, the trucking industry and stuff, it has its own little set of rules and guidelines and stuff, just like anything else. Just like if you went into the military, just like if you went to the military, anything else, they keep you away from home and stuff, for long periods of time. Everything has its guidelines and stuff. But, the thing is, since we have to do that, let's do things logically. We understand why we're out here, but we move away from that function. And then when things become so overwhelming, when it's not even overwhelming, it's just, you put too much thought into something. You put too much thought into something at the same time, not putting enough thought into it to think it out logically. You say, well, you come up with these crazy scenarios and stuff like that. Oh, well, it's their fault. This is what they're doing to me, and so on and so forth and stuff. When you got to look at your situation entirely and move and think logically. Okay, well, if I do this, right, then what's going to be the end result? What's going to be the end result? Okay, if I go over here and I have this conversation with this person or this individual here, what's supposed to be the end game to it? What is it I'm trying to accomplish? Logically, not emotionally. Because, anybody can sit there and say stuff to make you feel good and stuff. That's what a consumer market is. To make you feel good, to make you get away and stuff from things logically, to make you get away from reality. I'm broke, but you know what? Hey, man, I'm still in this this good family environment. What other place can I go to that they can treat me like this? When logically and stuff you have a problem is that you don't have the things necessary and stuff in order for you to supply those 3 things that I mentioned: food, clothing, and shelter. Because your bills are going to be based upon those 3 fundamentals right there. It's going to be a problem when somebody call and stuff and say these kids and stuff are hungry and you don't have the money and stuff to send home and stuff to get them something to eat. You got a problem and stuff, man. Clothes, your clothes and your shoes and stuff like that and everything. They can't, they done growed out of them. You about to get evicted. The lights and water and stuff got cut off. You got a real problem and stuff. And you can't sit there and take care of those 3 fundamental things that everybody needs. But hey, you in that family environment and stuff, you cool with the fact, oh well, I ain't making, my settlements and stuff, man, I'm sitting there $300-400 in the negative this week. But I'm cool because they told me, just hang on in there and stuff, but they're not giving me a plan. They're not giving me something concrete. What happened? What happened? Why I got to this scenario right here? What can I do and stuff to change this? Just keeping a good, clear head and stuff like that, and just think positive. That's not going to get it. Heck, of course, we're going to always think positive. I mean, no one's thinking negatively and stuff. I mean, the situation is dire, okay. But, no one goes out and think negatively. But, thinking positive or having a positive demeanor and stuff, that doesn't get your bills paid. You know, that doesn't have nothing to do with logic and stuff. That's your emotion. You know, so you know, we have to go out here and we have to think logically, we have to move logically. You know, you look at that company Stop and Shop, just like that video I made earlier, is that, see, they showed us what we should have been doing, because Stop and Shop gave into their demands and stuff, is that they have a better medical package, they have a better pay package. So now they're going back to work. You see, that was a last ditch effort. They sat there, you know, they talked to Stop and Shop. They tried to get these things and stuff taken care of, and it didn't. So their last effort was to just shut everything down and stuff. All 31,000 of them stayed in unison and stuff. And so now they got the things needed for them to go back into the workplace to take care of those 3 basic functions: food, clothing, shelter. You know, it required a little bit of a sacrifice and stuff. I think, you know, what, about 3 weeks. But you know, they're going back to work now. They get, you know, they've been organized. Now they're going back into the place of business, because of them being organized, because of them holding the line. You know, they weren't out of work and stuff. You know, they weren't even out of work long enough and stuff for things and stuff to be affected. But they was effective in what they did. They wasn't thinking emotionally. They was thinking logically. They said, hey man, look, we need a better medical package. We need a better pay package. Because now it's affecting these 3 things and stuff that we have to do, that we all need. They stood in unison and they got everything that was needed and necessary, despite the fact that, you know, a lot of other retail businesses and stuff are going on. You still had your options of your Walmarts, you know, your Walmarts and your online shoppings and all that stuff there. But they say Stop and Shop, man, it's a necessity. They wasn't saying, well, you know what, hey, we're just going to close shop and close up and all that stuff there. You know, Stop and Shop, they're not going nowhere. You know, they're not going nowhere and stuff. Even though the only thing that they cover and stuff is they're just a Northeast distribution market. Plenty of other options and plenty of other places that people can go to. But you know, when Stop and Shop open back up, their customer base is still going to go back in there. But they done things logically, which is what we have to do. We have to do and have to think things logically. Don't quit your job and stuff because, oh well, you know, you're having a bad day or whatever, you know, or your dispatch and stuff, me and them aren't seeing eye to eye on things, you know. Hey, that's business. Business, you're not going to see things and stuff eye to eye and stuff, but you know, you got to come to a same commonality and understand that, okay, look, I got to do my thing, you got to do your thing and stuff. I don't like you, you don't like me. There's a lot of people and stuff I don't like. A lot of things and stuff I don't like and stuff, but you know, in the reality, you know, in the end and stuff is about business. What's going to be good for business? That's the thing there. You know, how I feel or how I like things and stuff like that, you know, it doesn't, you know, that doesn't even occur, not even in the least. It's all about how I carry, you know, how you do things and stuff based upon logic. What's going to get the job done? You know, I go into places and stuff like that. You know, hey, I'll treat it rudely and disrespectfully and stuff like that. You know, but at the end of the day and stuff, hey, what's going to get this truck loaded? What's going to get it unloaded? I'll deal with whatever I have to deal with and stuff. And the thing is that if it's too much out of control, hey, I can deal with that too. But you know, something on a personal level, whatever, I mean, you know, that's not going to cut it. Because one thing I notice about this person and that demeanor and stuff that they have, they do it to the wrong people. And when I go back to the facility, it's never the same. It's never the same person. But you know, yet I'm still going back. I'm still doing business and stuff with this particular place. Because emotion has no place in my business. And that's why I tell anyone and stuff, you know, before you sit there and raise your voice and stuff, emotion has no place in my place of business. You know, when I present certain things and stuff, you know, I present things based upon logic. Your emotion has no place and stuff. You know, when you're talking about creating your own, you know, creating your own business. You know, you want your own truck, your own trailer. Those things, that emotion ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, it makes you feel good and stuff, but you know, the thing is that you don't go based upon that and that alone. Your logic. That's why I say, what's your plan? Let me hear it out. And if it got any kind of emotion and stuff in it, then I say, you know, let me deviate you from that and put some logic and stuff in there. Because, you know, you're moving away from the goal and stuff. And the goal is to supply and get the things necessary for you to take care of your business, take care of yourself, take care of your family. With the 3 fundamental factors and stuff in play: food, clothing, and shelter. You can't supply those things and stuff, then what's the point of you even going home or being home and stuff around that? Unless you got a plan and stuff to take care of the issue and stuff at play. That's what I say. You're going to do things logically. Don't do things emotionally. And with that being said, it's your man right here. The one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. Telling you as always, continue your research, fact finding studies. Honest on your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet. Be safe, be easy, and peace out.